Ladies and gentlemen,
at this time I have the honor to present to you
Super Mario.
I know you gonna
Mix, so I can go crazy.
In 1980, Nintendo of America released Radar Scope, an arcade game they hoped would kickstart a long reign of success. Instead, it flopped, leaving Nintendo stuck with 2,000 unsold Radar Scope units. To stay afloat, Nintendo desperately needed a hit game, and fast. Hiroshi Yamauchi, the president and CEO of Nintendo at the time, asked staff artist Shigeru Miyamoto to design a new arcade game titled Donkey Kong. Nintendo developers were holding a board meeting when Mario Segale, the landlord of the Nintendo premises at the time, barged in to demand an overdue rent payment. At the time, Nintendo was considering a name for its popular Jumpman. They realized that Mario Segale and Jumpman looked alike, so they changed the character's name to Mario. Since his debut as Jumpman in Donkey Kong, Mario has been the leading hero in 13 games and has also made a cameo in over 200 other video games. He has appeared in such roles as plumber, referee, go-kart racer, party enthusiast, professional sports player, and most recently, brawler.
Everyone knows Mario. You mention Mario, everyone's at least seen Mario, if not played one of the games, you know, and they have some kind of memory from it, no matter what.
In kindergarten, I had an original NES with the first Super Mario Brothers. And every day, I had a half day, I would get home at noon or 1 o'clock, and every day I would play the first level of Mario.
So I would go over to my friend's house when we played Nintendo, and even then it was, you know, we were under strict instructions to like, okay, you guys can only play 2 hours of Nintendo, and you have to go outside or something like that. So it became this sort of like, you know, forbidden fruit, like, you know, playing video games. And Mario, of course, was like the one that we played all the time.
I remember a lot of this when I was a child, trying to jump up just a little higher, you know, or, geez, I remember a lot of, cursing and pulling at the controller, throwing things a lot. I was really pretty bad at Mario, I think, for a long time.
The Mushroom Kingdom is a vivid fictional world in which all Mario games take place. Even though the protagonists of the Mario games are human, the Mushroom Kingdom's capital is Toad Town, run by mushroom-like citizens. Mario's band of sidekicks includes Princess Peach, who plays the damsel in distress role of the series, Luigi, Mario's younger brother, Toad, who serves as Mario's guide and instructor, and Yoshi, Mario's omnivorous dinosaur companion.
Well, I think the supporting characters are nice because it kind of lets people who aren't short and Italian and male kind of imagine themselves into the world. But, you know, personally for me, I don't really care about any of the other supporting characters.
Luigi actually was my favorite character.
I like Mario and Luigi. I like Toadstool a lot. So I mean, I do like some of the characters, but like once they brought Yoshi into the equation, like that really like ruined everything in my opinion.
I always liked Yoshi. I'm not sure why. I always thought Yoshi was cool.
Who was the guy, Toadstool, the small little mushroom man? He was kind of like the princess's helper. I was really into that guy. He's kind of the silent type.
Whether or not Mario is in the good company of his fellow protagonists, there is no doubt that Mario will be facing an increasingly large number of enemies to save the day. There is a countless number of enemies in the Mario games like Birdo, Chain Chomp, Goomba, and Lakitu. But none are as menacing as the lead antagonist, Bowser. Considered by many gamers around the world as the greatest video game villain of all time, King Bowser is Mario's arch nemesis. Initially, Bowser kidnapped Princess Peach because she had the power to undo his handiwork, but in recent titles, he has developed romantic feelings for her. Although Bowser has joined forces with Mario in a few games, he has never ceased to kidnap Princess Peach and challenge Mario to an increasingly difficult variety of feats in order to rescue her.
You know, it's all built up, it's totally anticipation, because you start seeing the flames coming at you. You gotta jump them and dodge them, and you're like, I'm getting close to this big, stupid dinosaur guy.
In the original game, you know, you would encounter Bowser at the end of every, like, 4th level, and it was never the real one. When you would step on the little axe at the end, he would change into a different character, and you would be told that, I'm sorry Mario, but the princess is in another castle. It was pretty aggravating for most of us.
I don't think it was too intimidating. I think it was mostly just like his castle, and the fireballs and the music and kind of the lava going on that really got you amped. Then you get to Bowser and it's just like, you just jump over him, you jump him in the head, you know? It's like, he's really not that bad of a guy.
And it's very interesting how Bowser has evolved through the years to kind of become a good guy.
I can't remember what game it was, but there's one game where Bowser's like trying to kidnap the princess, but she's not around or something, so he has to get Mario to help him to like find her so that he can go about his normal routine of kidnapping her again. I thought that was pretty funny.
In Super Paper Mario, he actually joins your team to help you, and he's become more of like a reluctant hero than anything else. He hasn't really continued to be the Koopa King.
Mario's legacy continues today at an alarming rate. In the beginning, it was a simple video arcade system. Since then, Mario has established himself as a pop culture icon, having starred in numerous television shows, comic books, and in a feature film. He has appeared on lunchboxes, t-shirts, magazines, commercials, in candy form, on shampoo bottles, cereal, badges, and as a plush toy. The Mario series of video games has sold more than 200 million copies, making it the best-selling video game franchise of all time. And in 1990, a national survey found that Mario was even more recognizable to children in the world than Mickey Mouse.
The Nintendo franchise has gotten a bit crazy that they're trying to do everything with them.
I mean, how many Mario Party games have there been? Like 7 or 8 of them now?
I think whatever people want to buy. I think if people start getting really into scented virtual candles, Mario's going to have a scented virtual candle game. I think Mario's really just kind of something of a prostitute that'll really just kind of go wherever Nintendo wants to take him.
They have new Mario games for the younger generations, and they have, you know, classic Mario for everyone who remembers that, and I don't know, it's just amazing how Mario has kind of transcended time.